What is up, rockers of the Rock Nation? This is your fellow Rock Your X, Rockerman X, and we are back with another video. And tonight, or whenever the fuck you guys see this, or wherever the fuck this is uploaded, it is my WWE Backlash 2016 pay-per-view review. The first exclusive brand pay-per-view in what's been years. And it was the Smackdown exclusive, or I should say Smackdown Live, but whatever. It's a Smackdown exclusive pay-per-view. And overall, I'm not going to say it was a bad pay-per-view, because I enjoyed the fuck out of this pay-per-view. It was really good. I felt like it lived up to the hype of what it was going to be. It wasn't at all. To me, I really couldn't criticize anything other than maybe... I don't know. I really couldn't criticize anything about this pay-per-view. Maybe that's just my personal opinion. This pay-per-view felt like a really good pay-per-view to officially introduce the brand-only pay-per-views. Granted, the 25th, if I remember right, Classic Champions, which I believe is a Raw pay-per-view. Maybe it's not, but I feel like it is. So... And then we got No Mercy coming back too in October, like the 9th, but that's neither here nor there. I will say though, it feels like they're doing the same old shit, new era, same old shit. Why? Because I don't know. It's just like if they're going to do pretty much 2 pay-per-views a month, except for when the big four pay-per-views are happening. It's what it feels like to me. They're going to do at least 2 pay-per-views a month, except for the months that the big 4 are happening. I only say that because it's basically each brand is getting a month between their pay-per-views, or at least to me it's what it seems like. About a month between their pay-per-views each. You know, from like Smackdown to Smackdown, from Raw to Raw is a month each, if they're going to do pay-per-views a month. So, that's just me saying that, and that's why I feel like it's going to happen. That it's going to basically be the same pay-per-view format, just 2 pay-per-views a month. And you're pretty much only going to get, again, the rivalry, how they usually do it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I do like these exclusive pay-per-views again, especially I feel like this was a good introduction to that. It hit hard. It hit really hard tonight, actually, and it was like really... It's something that really got fans, and I feel like, too, they really... Not just the competitors, but everyone. Well, most of the competitors. But tonight... was a good decision-making on who went over, I felt like, too, in most parts. And tonight just felt like a really good night. It just felt like a good pay-per-view overall. I can't complain about it. So, there's that. Yeah, but moving on with my review part, we have the first match, which was a kickoff match that was announced the night of on the kickoff show. We had Baron Corbin versus Apollo Crews. And I felt like this match was a solid match between the two. It was hard-hitting from beginning to end. And I really did. I enjoyed from what I could see of it. Because, I'm sorry, but the network tonight fucked up so much. I was either getting kicked off. It was either freezing. It was either buffering. Or I just got straight kicked off the network. For no fucking reason tonight. It was that bad. But overall, again, this was a good, solid match. I felt like I just felt like this was a good match overall, just to kind of get the hype going. As I know there's an Apollo Crews fan that's like, oh no, it's not. But I felt like this really was a good, solid match to start off the night with the kickoff. And Baron Corbin went over on Apollo Crews. So there's that. Now, moving on to the main show to kick off the night. And this was the solid way to kick off the actual Backlash pay-per-view itself. We had the Smackdown Women's Championship 6-pack challenge. Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, Natalya, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, and Carmella. And if I had to say, Alexa Bliss, either A, she was either dressed like the girl from Lollipop Chainsaw, or B, fucking a Suicide Squad, a skimpier version of the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. That's just my opinion, because I swear it's what her outfit looked like. Maybe just because of the pigtails. Maybe because she had a little feather duster as well. I don't know. But to me, it was either A, Lollipop Chainsaw character, or B, a skimpier version of Suicide Squad's Harley Quinn. But, putting that aside, this match was a fun as fuck match. I don't care. This match was a really fun match. I felt like it did make the Smackdown, I did feel like it made their women's divisions look strong. Mainly because it was the games of, oh, knock him out of the ring type situation. That's pretty much what it was. But again, this match was, though, a fun match to have at the beginning of the card. And I felt like it really did enough. It really did, other than the kickoff match, I felt like this really did set the pace for tonight. Because of the, literally, 3 new champions in one night, too, at that. But, yeah. Overall, I did call this prediction. I said it was either going to be Nikki Bella or Becky Lynch. And finally, it's the reign of the Irish Lass Kicker, Becky Lynch, your first ever SmackDown Women's Champion. Hell yeah. I'm sorry, I like Becky Lynch. I like her. So, there's that. But, yeah. Again, fun match. Nothing to complain here for me. But, yeah, Becky Lynch, your first ever SmackDown Women's Champion. Moving on to the next match is where we had kind of the weird moment where the Usos took out American Alpha. So it caused a second chance match where the Usos got eliminated and the Hype Bros got eliminated. Caused them to have a second chance match where it was Usos versus the Hype Bros in a second chance semifinal tag match in the SmackDown Tag Team Championship tournament to move on to the final against Uso and Slater. Didn't know this match was happening. I should have known, but then again, it's me. I'm stupid. Overall, I feel like this match was a good match. Though, and I will say this, it did kind of make sense for the Uso. I did say no matter what, that the finals match would be a good match, and I wasn't saying, but the Usos, I feel like, for a heel Uso, I feel like this is kind of a nice change of pace for the Usos. They're not as high-flying as they used to be. They don't wear the face paint like they used to, though. They kind of have the rip-off Roman Reigns gear now. How I feel about it, anyway. Like as someone said on Twitter, a 90s action movie, Roman Reigns, which is fucked up, but it's kind of funny. I don't know, I feel like it was, granted, I was never a big fan of the Usos anyway, but it just felt like kind of a nice change of pace for them to not be as high-flying as usual. And usually, even heel or face Usos are still high-flying as fuck, so it really doesn't matter. Yeah. And the Hype Bros, I feel like, did a good job in this match. I was hoping the Hype Bros actually would have won this, but that didn't happen. And I felt, and that's really the only complaint I have about that match. I felt like this match was a good match, but it just seemed so slow. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because I wasn't that interested in it, but again, I'm not really complaining about the Usos. Maybe because I was more excited for the finals later on. But the Usos won and moved on to the finals of the SmackDown Tag Team Championship tournament. So the Usos won that. We'll talk more about it later. Now, we have the Intercontinental Championship match. And I will say this. I don't know. As a joke, this is the match Cleveland can't afford to lose, because either way, technically Cleveland would have won. But hey, I would say something stupid too, but I'll wait to say it later. But overall, I felt like this was another good match. I felt like it did good for the Intercontinental Championship. Because I feel like this was a good Intercontinental Championship match. It wasn't as how you expected to be with Ziggler and Miz. I mean, it was how you expected, but it also wasn't, because you expect to be a little bit more fast-paced, maybe. That's just me. But, overall, I will say this, so I feel like this match did help the prestige of the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe that's just me, I don't know, but I feel like it did help the prestige of it. Even if it was a little bit, I felt like it helped the prestige of it. And this was a high-intensity match. It really was. So, overall, though, and push comes to shove, Miz won by cheating, proving Daniel Bryan's point that he's a coward because his wife sprayed something in Dolph Ziggler's eyes. So, the Miz is still your Intercontinental Champion. Fuck. But, yeah, there's nothing much you can do about it. Miz is still your Intercontinental Champion. So, there's that. Now moving on. We have, I guess technically you would say 2 matches. One of them just didn't happen how you expect they would. But we had Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt, where apparently I didn't know about this until just before the pay-per-view, or just during the kickoff, where Orton was supposedly already injured and stuff like that, so he probably wasn't going to compete anyway. But during the pay-per-view, they had Bray Wyatt attack Orton, just, I guess, so that we wouldn't be so kayfabe or whatever, and that way, there would actually be something involving Orton at least. And I'm kind of there like, oh, okay, so that's why their match isn't happening. But I don't care what people say. I like both competitors, but Bray Wyatt technically beat Randy Orton by forfeit. Bray Wyatt beat Orton with a forfeit. Bray Wyatt did what he had to. He won. He causes Randy Orton technically had to forfeit his match. Forfeit, I should say. But again, Bray Wyatt beat Orton. Simple as that. I wasn't wrong with that prediction. But whereas that match did not happen, people can get mad at me for saying that too. But whereas that match did not happen, we got a match in its place because they have to fill the pay-per-view some way. We had a no holds barred, aka a no disqualification match, Bray Wyatt versus Kane, and I will say this match was another fuck ton of enjoyment. I mean, because I guess the no DQ setting. I really did enjoy it because of the no DQ setting. I felt like it was nice. Kind of like a Bray Wyatt playground, because Bray Wyatt is good whenever he's in no DQ match usually. So Kane kind of is too. But I feel like Kane is also being more used as the filler guys. As sort of a filler guy. I really do. But that's just me. But I'm not really going to complain about it. But yeah, this match, again, a fun match as well. I don't care. People can complain about Kane being in the match. This match was a fun match. And the ending, too, was actually really good, because Orton still came out. Even though him and Bray didn't have his match, Orton still came out and RKO'd Bray, because of no disqualifications. RKO'd Bray. Freaking Kane chokeslammed Bray, and Kane got the victory over Bray, which is so... I keep saying, Kane got the victory over Wyatt, whatever the fuck you want to say. People complain about Kane winning, but I kind of feel like it makes sense, because, Bray cost Orton his match against him, so he cost Bray his match against Kane. People can complain about Kane winning over Bray. Granted, Bray probably could have used to win more, but I still felt like it made more sense for Kane to go over. But that's just me. Even though I love Bray Wyatt, I'm a Bray Wyatt fan to the end. I'm part of the family. I'm part of the Wyatt family. I mean, fuck it. I got called Bray Wyatt when it went to Smackdown back in January. It was fucking hilarious. But there's that. So Bray Wyatt was in 2 matches. Technically, he won one and lost the other. There you go. Now, moving on, we have the Smackdown Tag Team Championship Finals. We have the Usos, who moved on from the semifinals earlier in the night, versus, I guess their tag team name's Beauty and the Man Beast. I have no fucking clue what the tag team name is. But we got the one-man band, baby. Heath Slater versus Gore, a.k.a. Rhyno. And I'm sorry, fuck all you Heath Slater haters. Fuck all you Rhyno haters. Fuck all you Uso lovers. Even though, I will say this though, I did feel like after talking to someone about it earlier too, I thought after thinking about it, it would have made sense for if the Usos went over to face American Alpha, because where technically they cost American Alpha their chance at the tag team titles. I feel like it would have made sense for Usos to go over, just so they can start a feud with American Alpha. But the feud with American Alpha now is going to happen regardless, most likely, without titles, because I'm just fucking happy. But here's the thing. Sad thing is, I don't give a fuck. I do not give a flying fuck who won that. Not who won that. I don't give a fuck about the Usos. So, here's all I gotta say is, I'm happy as a motherfucker because Heath Slater and Rhyno are your first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Baby. I'm sorry. I'm a Heath Slater fan. I'm fucking happy about it. Heath Slater has been signed. I keep going to rambling on about that, but I just love that. Heath Slater is finally a champion again. I don't think, has he ever been champion? No, he's been tag team champion once with Justin Gabriel, I think. So, again, he's just another tag team champion. I'm a Heath Slater fan. Fuck all y'all. Fuck the Usos. I don't give a hell. I don't give a fuck. I'm no monetization on this video either because I'm saying the F-bomb a few 100,000 times. But, yeah. I did feel like that this was a good match regardless of the outcome would have been, but this was a good match for me. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Just seeing Heath Slater 2 get the victory after Rhyno speared one of the Usos, whichever one it was. I'm happy. Slater and Rhyno fans rejoice. So, there's that. Yeah, and moving on, now we got the main event, which they had an hour booked for, which I'm kind of shocked about. We have the WWE World Championship match, Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles, and the match first I felt like was a good match. I felt like it was a really good match. The spots in it was good. No complaints about it. But at the outcome of this, I felt so fucking happy. But at the same time, so fucking upset. As I said during my predictions, I would have been happy with whoever won it. I would have been fine with whoever won it. You know, I did pick Dean Ambrose to win because I like Dean Ambrose. He's from my home state. He deserved to be champion. And then tonight, and I really would not expect this to be tonight. I would rather, and this is the part why I'm happy but upset, because I was like, oh, Dean Ambrose is going to win. Because I was rooting for Ambrose, not really Styles. But I would have been fine with whoever won. Like, I'm happy because AJ Styles won it, because he does deserve it. I don't care what people say. AJ Styles does deserve it. In less than a year at that, of debuting WWE, he's become world champion, and he definitely deserves it. And that's part of why I'm happy. But I'm also upset because Dean Ambrose lost the title. The Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose lost the title. And that's kind of why I'm upset about it. But again, 3 new champions tonight. But either way, I did enjoy. No complaints about this match. This match was a fun match. I felt like it was kind of slow in some points, but what's to be expected? You know, and the action was really nice, especially when Dean jumped, or was it Dean? Yeah, Dean jumped in the crowd after Styles. And again, this match was all around a fun match to watch and enjoy, and a really nice match. I really do. No matter what the outcome was, I'm still happy about it, but at the same time, I'm upset about this outcome as well. But there's my review of Backlash. I can't even speak right now. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Backlash down in the comments below, or again, any of my social medias if you have me on there. You know, my Facebook page, my Twitter, even on my Twitch, let me know. But yeah, just let me know. I want to know your guys' opinion on Backlash. But on your opinions on all these things. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and until next time, guys, live free and rock.